Amazon, those packages everywhere. But as the company's tentacles expand, worth $2 trillion with its stock at record highs, there's growing scrutiny on the environmental impact of all of those deliveries. Billions of items, fuel for shipping and door-to-door delivery, and all the packaging itself. So today, they're announcing that they are ahead of schedule on their renewable energy goals. Not all electricity used by the company is from renewable sources, but the company reports its energy output is at least matched by investments in renewable projects around the globe. We sat down with the person in charge of the company's massive push to be more green.
How do you sustain your business model while maintaining kind of these sustainability practices? And also, to add on to that, knowing you need to change the consumer habits, the way in which we are consuming things in our obsessive way that's not great for the environment.
So we're in the business of serving our customers and getting our customers the products and the services that we want. And we're going to do that all day long. Yeah. We're customer obsessed. And one of the things that we're going to do is do that in the most sustainable way possible. When you choose something and it comes to you quickly, that's a best sustainability option because it's not going on an airplane. 95% of shipments now in the United States are coming without a plastic air pillow now. So we've taken a lot of the waste out of those product shipments. We've been working on, electrifying our fleet. We now have over 24,000 electric vehicles on the road.
Is the idea to have all Amazon drivers have electric vehicles at one point?
Yeah.
And what's the goal for that? When do you think you could achieve that?
Well, our ultimate goal is 2040. But we've ordered 100,000 electric delivery vans from Rivian. And so that's the world's largest order of electric delivery vans, and we aim to have those on the road by 2030.
The company reports overall emissions are down 3% this year from last year. But even Kara Hurst admits they need to move faster to reach their 2040 net zero carbon goals.
I know that Google just recently announced a delay in reaching their net zero goals because of specifically AI funding. Is it still feasible to feel as if 2040 is a goal to achieve, as Google has said it's not for them?
We are very committed to our commitment to the climate pledge to be net zero by 2040. Certainly, the world is changing all the time. Yeah. I mean, even when we set this goal in 2019, that was pre-pandemic. And Amazon grew tremendously during the pandemic. Yeah. And there were other things that happened in the world. We had a supply chain crisis. We've had energy crises. We've had so many things happen. And yet, what we're showing in our sustainability report is a lot of progress.
The upcoming U.S. election looming over not only climate initiatives, but for Amazon, also other challenges like an antitrust lawsuit brought by the Federal Trade Commission that the company is fighting, calling many of the allegations wrong and misleading, and an ongoing small but loud push by labor to unionize workers.
What is the plan if, in fact, there is an administration after November that is not necessarily on board with climate initiatives?
I've been at Amazon almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in September. I've been here through multiple administrations. We will work with whatever administration is in place, and we will follow our science, and we will keep pursuing the initiatives that we have in front of us.
It's all not positive headlines all the time for Amazon. For instance, what you're dealing with the FTC suing over alleged monopoly practices, and what you're doing for the environment, does this counter kind of more of those negative headlines that we're seeing with Amazon and working practices?
Well, I work on sustainability, so I don't have a comment on FTC. But on sustainability, what we're doing for the environment, we're so committed to, integrating sustainability into all of our operational practices that it is so important to us to really make it part of everyday decision making.
Just last year, led in part by Amazon employees for climate justice, workers walked out of these corporate headquarters.
What do you say to those employees that are still worried about Amazon's footprint?
I think our employees are passionate about a lot of things. And so, I think the best thing to do is to get to work at helping us decarbonize. Over 10,000 Amazonians have signed up to get to work on helping us make operational changes.
Amazon could literally either make or break the environmental initiatives in this country and globally as well because of the footprint that your company has. Right? You are in a position at the top of that initiative. What is that like for you?
It's both a tremendous and daunting responsibility and the number one reason I came to Amazon. I think that it is incredibly exciting, the scale and the speed at which we operate. And it is the reason why we also started the Climate Pledge.
Yasmin is joining us now. Just a fascinating interview with a company that is, taking a lot from all sides on its sustainability, on what it does. Talk about the impact of extreme weather, right? The impact of climate change here and what that means for a company as big as Amazon.
Ironically, Hal, it was 90 degrees in Seattle yesterday when I did that interview, which is not normal, by the way, for Seattle, right? There's a heat wave happening across the country. Seattle does not normally get to 90 degrees, and everybody said that to me over and over again. And it's very much a part of the conversation, right? This extreme weather that we're dealing with, the heat waves, the storms, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, and it's affecting Amazon's bottom line. And they're going to have to kind of readjust some of their goals for that, but also readjust their business model. Released in 2023 during Amazon's financial filing, they talked about how extreme weather, the climate crisis, quote unquote, could actually affect their bottom line for one of the biggest reasons being operational costs. It costs a heck of a lot more money to do what they are doing, get those packages to where they are going, the thing they're known for most, during some of these extreme climate crises. I asked Kara about how they kind of adjust their business model, how they keep doing their job. She kept saying to me, the customer is the most important thing, right? How do you adjust during this climate crisis? Because they also help with disaster relief. And she talked about making sure that distribution centers are in the places that they need to be, making sure their workers are living in the places they need to live as well. But they acknowledge that this climate crisis could very well affect their bottom line and the goals that they have set to be zero carbon by 2040. Hal.
Yasmin Vasu again, great reporting. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.